Well, my name is Kate, and my dad was previously a resident here at Wesley Village, but he was in the assisted living part of the facility. But I think it became increasingly clear to a lot of us that he was going to need some more support than what he actually had. For the first time in his life, he needed to start taking some medications, and he was really befuddled by that and had a very hard time really keeping track and knowing what he was doing. And I don't live far away, but I'd come over and I'd arrange all his pills for him, and then he would dump them out to resort them. And so we realized he needed more support. And so that's when we moved him over to transitions. I think they did a great job of making it feel very homey and very warm and really quite an inviting environment. I have to say, we were really pretty happy that my dad came into it through Wesley Village itself, because people knew him and he knew them before he really started to become confused. And I think that helped a lot with the transition, because there was a lot of affection for my dad, and there still is a lot of affection for him. And people are very attentive and very caring and considerate and eager to make sure that he's happy and that he's comfortable. I know that they really try to get him out of his room and have him socialize as much as possible. They'll remind him about different activities. It's also, of course, been nice to have some, but knowing that his medications are being monitored and administered and that he doesn't have to think about that at all. And we don't have to think about it at all. They take care of getting everything refilled. They take care of administering it. It's terrific. It's interesting. Music is a huge part of my dad's life, and one of the things that he's really enjoyed here, and I think it's been a nice way for him to contribute to the community, has been through music, because he's a pianist. A couple of times I've been here, and Dad will just be playing impromptu, and people will just start coming out of their rooms and gathering to hear what he plays. And a couple of times he's commented to me on the headphones, like the iPod, the customized iPod that they have for him with his music. And I know when he uses that, when they give that to him, he loves it. He loves it. He's got all classical music, and he finds it very relaxing. I would say that it's important that you feel comfortable at the place where your loved one is going to be. One of the things that we really did like about the transitions unit here was how it's really integrated with the rest of Wesley Village. So my dad still continues to go to the dining hall that he's always gone to since he was here from the beginning over in assisted living. And whenever there are movies or worship services or things that are going on outside of the transitions unit, he can go there, so that it's freedom of movement during the day. In the evening, I know they like to keep them in this transitions area, but during the day, he's got a real range then of activities, those that are for the assisted living folks, as well as the ones that are customized for the folks with some dementia and memory loss. He loves to go out for walks. It's really important for him spiritually and emotionally and psychologically to be able to go out for walks. But with the issues of wandering, of course, that was logistically more difficult. And so what they've done here is they've really worked to find some volunteers, as well as some of the staff who've been willing to take him out on walks pretty regularly. And so they've really worked, I think, to accommodate that real need that my father has, that otherwise he really wouldn't have access to. Whenever we're coming to pick up my father for some family event, or if we want to go out for dinner with him or something, what's great is that we can call the unit here and let them know that we're going to be getting him at a certain time, rather than calling my dad. Because if we call my dad, he gets confused about when we're going to come get him, and he won't sleep. Like if I call him the day before and say, "Oh, Dad, I'm going to come pick you up tomorrow night," he won't sleep that night because he can't remember when I'm going to come pick him up, and he keeps thinking he's got to be ready at any minute. But instead of me calling him at all, I just call the unit here, and they will make sure that he's ready to go out. They'll let him know just a little bit in advance that I'm going to come get him. I also would say that people have been very kind. Everyone's been very kind. The staff has been very kind. Certainly the volunteers are wonderful. And people really do go out of their way to show their care and affection for my dad. So I think, and I hope he feels well loved, because I know he is.